Hi guys, Annie here. I just wanted to jump on real quick and kind of show everybody a video on how to actually apply Perfectly Polished. Now the ones I'm going to do today, I've been dying to try these. Let's see if you can see them. These are the unicorn print. They are super cute and fun. I bought 3 boys. I wish I had a daughter. These would be so much fun to do a mummy and me with. So let's take a look. You get the packaging like this. You flip it over on the back and it has the instructions on how to apply, which I think is pretty nice that it's right there. Opens up right back here. There's a pull tab. Comes out, it looks like this. You get 2 sets of strips. Now, not all prints are like this, but in this one in particular, most of the time my nails, they're on the shorter side. I have a couple longer, a couple shorter ones. I'm pretty hard on my hands, so some of them break, some of them don't. When you get a print like this, you can't use one for 2 fingers. I mean, I guess technically you could, but then you've got this cute little unicorn's head on one and then the bottom of the unicorn on the other, which, just my personal opinion, I think looks silly. Now, when you look at a print such as this one, these ones, the print is pretty much the same all around. This you could use half on one finger, half on the other, and get more uses out of it. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at prints. These type that are solid print the whole way along them, or solids in general, those are going to be your best bet for getting multiple uses. These type, I mean, you're just not going to get as many uses if you have short nails. Now, if you have longer nails, you're going to use 1 strip per nail, regardless. So something I recommend doing is just using a base coat of some kind on your nails before you apply. I know some of the brands say they're built-in base, built-in top. My personal opinion, this protects your nails, this helps them last longer. Something else you want to do, I know when you get the samples, or you'll get the little alcohol strip to wipe your nails clean, and that's really just to remove any excess oils and stuff. Something else along with that is when you remove the old ones with nail polish remover, you want to wash that alcohol and nail polish remover off your nails. You do not want to leave that on there. I don't think it's healthy for your nail to get that trapped underneath. So technically, in my opinion, you really don't need to use the alcohol wipes. I don't use them half the time. It's just supposed to help them bond better. I'm more concerned about the longevity and health of my nails, so I skip that step. I make sure my nails are clean. I put a base coat of some sort on my nails. I like Orly brand. You could use a nail strengthener underneath if you wanted to. You're going to have your nails shaped and ready to go. I recommend taking a cuticle pusher and just gently pushing back your cuticles before you start. Because when you apply these, you do not want to apply them over the skin. You want to choose a size that best fits the size of your fingernail. They can be cut. They can be stretched. Lengthwise stretch is a little better than widthwise. I think this works better with some of them, but you have to be really careful because my personal opinion is, although they're capable of doing that, it does alter the print somewhat if you stretch too much. So we'll just open these. Now these are 90% cured nail polish. So in saying that, they can dry out. So whatever ones you don't use inside this set, you want to make sure that you reseal them. Either back in the original container, you can use a flat iron on the side to melt this back down. Personally, I usually just put a baggie of some of them when they're left over, and I just, pull them out there as I need them for either samples or if I want to redo another set on my nails. So you're going to line these up. Let's see if I can get this so you can see. So this one is going to be a little too big for my thumb, so I would probably do the unicorn to start with my thumb. Just to kind of give you a gauge on sizing, the confetti would probably fit well on my middle finger. So I could probably use one of these for both middle fingers on both sides. This one I would have to use one of each for each thumb. like we kind of talked about, you can't really reuse that. I'd say the rainbows with the kiss me wording would look really cute on my ring finger, and that one will probably fit my pinky. So I'm going to start with my ring finger. So personally, one of the things I do like about these is you do not have to cut them off to get them off. These are perforated up here, so you just take this clear, I don't know if you can really see this, there's a clear plastic strip that you just peel off the top, and that's what's protecting it from drying out while it's in the packaging. Kind of another layer of protection too, to keep the print nice. And just set that aside, and then right there where it's perforated at the silver, you're just going to peel that up and off, and it comes right off the backing. You're going to line that up as close to the cuticle as you can get, and then you're just going to smooth it down over the nail. And you can kind of see. Kind of bend it back where it is. I like to use cuticle scissors, and then I just cut right along the edge of my nail. Now my ring fingers are a little bit longer, so because of that, I don't think that the other side is actually going to be, it won't be long enough for my other ring finger, so I'll have to use the other side for this one. After you get it applied, let me see if I can get that up close, you can see how pretty it is. I really like these ones, they're super adorable. You're going to take the underside of your nail. Honestly, I got a pretty clean cut using the cuticle scissors to trim it. But you're just going to take it at an angle like this, and you're just going to gently file. I use the finer side of the fingernail file just to get any excess off that. And I think it looks pretty good. So then I am going to do my middle finger next. Same thing. Peel back the clear top. Peel the silver backing off, double-sided sticky. These are super cute. They're kind of like a confetti French. Line it up. Making sure it's on the nail and not over the skin at all, not overlapping your cuticle. And then just smooth out any air bubbles that may be in it. And take the cuticle scissors again and just cut across. Now when I want to reuse it, you can see that silver part up at the top. I'll just take my cuticle scissors and just gently cut that off. Set the excess aside. And as you can see, it looks like that. I'll line that one up on my opposite middle finger on the other hand. Smoothing out the air bubbles. Same thing, making sure that it's on the nail and not over the cuticle or skin. So I'll go to my middle finger I did first. Same thing, kind of just file down just to get off any excess. And then this one, you can kind of see the excess. I'm going to do the same thing. Smooth it up to the end. And then just file in a downward direction. And it comes right off. And as you can see, I see a couple air bubbles, so I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit better. Ooh, I like these. Okay, so next, let's see, do this one on my pointer. The perforation wasn't cut quite enough, so let's see, make sure my cuticles push down, and it's a little wider than I want, so I'm going to slightly, very gently stretch this one, just real gentle, and then line it up, and I still feel like it's a little big, so I'm just going to cut very tiny bit along the edging up at the top, and I didn't alter it a whole lot, just enough to make it a little tiny bit thinner, so it's not quite as wide, and then line it up on my finger, smoothing it over, taking my scissors again and trimming it. And when I am filing down, I'm literally filing down, and I am slightly catching my skin with the file. Really, you're just using that file to basically cut the excess. You don't want to file like back and forth or like this. You'll break that seal at the tip, and it won't stay adhered as well, and that kind of defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do. Now, if you do accidentally do that, or you don't file it quite right, you can use your top coat, which I recommend anyway, to seal that tip. I'll show you at the end. You're just gonna like 1, 2, 3, and then right across the tip of your fingernail. That'll dry, and that will seal any boo-boos you make in your filing until you get the hang of it. Like anything new, it takes a little bit of practice, but really, these are super simple. I'm actually just taking my time because I'm trying to show you guys. Usually when I put a set of these on, I move a lot faster than what I am right now. So on the next one, same thing. It's a little bit extra on the side than I would like. So I'm just going to take my cuticle scissors and just trim a tiny bit off. And when I say a tiny bit off, I'll kind of show you. See if I can get that to show. I mean, that's it. That's all I'm trimming. Just a little bit, just to make it a little less wide. And normally, if these were all solid print, I would just find one that fits, but I want a certain print on my fingers. I'm trying to alternate with certain ones out of this pack. And because of that, I'm kind of forcing sizes that are a little bigger than what I would normally choose just so I can have that. You can see how super cute that is. Okay. Moving on, pinky, same thing. Clear tab off. Laying down over the top, smoothing it. Cut and file. I'm going to reuse the other side for my opposite pinky, so I'll just trim that excess off the top, set that aside. So pretty. Right. And do my other ring finger. Now my cute little unicorns. This thumb's a little shorter than I would like. I broke it today, unfortunately, so it doesn't quite show off the cute little unicorn face like I would want, but that's okay. Now these work great on acrylics too. You don't just have to have natural nails. And the best part when you have acrylics, you don't have to worry about having a base coat over your nail. There's no real need for it. They will bond just fine, and your natural nail is already underneath it, so there's no need to have it for protection. Okay, and I'll show you the cute little unicorn face. Let me see if we can. This is a super adorable set. I see a little bit of an air bubble. Push down that side there and get that sealed a little better. Kind of give you an idea of what they look like. Now, I told you I like to use the Orly brand. This is the Won't Chip top coat. So all I do is I just take this. Now, technically you don't have to top coat them, but I'll tell you what'll happen if you don't. If you don't, they will start chipping on the ends pretty quickly, at least personally for me. Some people swear that they're fine without it. I've found that if I don't use a top coat, that wear mark along your tips, which is normal, doesn't matter what kind of, stuff you put on your nails aside from gel, that's going to wear first. You're going to see that area come off the quickest and just look worn. And anyway, as long as I put a top coat on them, they last me about a week. Also, another good reason too is these are 90% cured nail polish. They're not fully dry. So if you want to go swimming, you want to do the dishes right away, you want to take a bath, you don't want to soak these without having a top coat to protect them, because then the water can get up and kind of lift before these fully bond and cure to your nail. So because I don't have time and this doesn't take very long to dry, within a minute or two, it's good to go. I just swipe over my nails and then right over the tip. Swipe, 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 across the tip. Swipe, 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 across the tip. Let me see if I can do this so you guys can see. And then right across the tip. And that's it. And like I said, the top coat, it dries pretty quick. I'd say within a couple minutes, you should be good to go with them. But, if you're like me, right now I'm lucky. My youngest is down for a nap, so I don't have to worry about it. But if he was awake, I could wait to put the top coat on until later, when I knew I was going to have some time, and they would be dry and ready to go. I could go right straight to folding laundry, running out and going shopping, whatever it is that I might need to do without having to worry about it. Another thing that we have afterward is this cuticle oil. It comes in a container like a little box like this. Open it. So it looks like this. In this neat little applicator bottle. And then you just massage it into your cuticles and just paint it basically right around them. It's a nice little nifty portable cuticle oil. I really like this packaging actually. The majority that I usually buy, they're similar to the nail polish where you have to take it out and you have a brush and it's loose. This is something you could easily stash in your purse, your makeup bag, and be good to go. And actually, my nails are dry already. So top coat is ready, and yeah, I'm good. You can see I'm brushing. And no mess. All right, thanks guys. I hope that was informative. I'm going to try to put one together for you in a day or two, and I'll show you how these actually are removed with polish remover so that you can see, and maybe open up a couple others so you can take a look. All right guys, have a great day. Thanks so much for being here, and if you have any questions, let me know. We are back in stock. I know we were out of stock for a while. We've got about 9 things still out, but they should be in Friday, and then another 10 days or so, we're going to be getting another shipment. I appreciate everyone's patience. I know it's been really rough because of the stock out we weren't expecting, but I'm really happy to be here. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.